the line, of course. You're not rushing it. You can go for like a force mage slayer, something like that before. So we'll see what he goes for, but it's going to be interesting no matter what. It's nice to see some hero that can dish out the pain to the Queen of Pain in the mid lane, because this hero is so damn annoying to play against.
We'll have to see if they're able to pull that off. Venomancer, an interesting pick here. Ghost has played well on this gyrocopter. I feel like it's a very popular carry, of course, and there was a segment on the main stream about Chop Shop and all the things that it can accomplish. Curious as to what play this ends up being here for MOUZ. They are going wide out and around.
All the way. Absolutely.
They might catch Ame.
Did he skill? He did. Okay. So, yeah, maybe they can.
This is such a crazy read. They're going to find Ame. Now, the question is, can they kill him? They've got shards. They have Gush. He'll shift. He's not going to have any help. Liquid Frost and the body blocks now from Yamich. Ame trying to get around him. Venomous Gale even connects. And this is a first blood in a spot that I don't know if I've ever seen one here before.
Now, this was a wild move. Probably like a read that they premeditated. You know, like you saw some replays. You saw how they're moving, like how Ame moves in particular, and you get the kill. They did lose 3 bounties, right? Yeah, they did. 3 bounties for a first blood on Jakiro.
Jakiro getting anything he can be very abusive early on. Kind of can say that about most heroes with first blood. Although, I guess Jakiro, you're more about the experience. The early gold is just going to be boots and regen, which is all right, yeah. But in the past, obviously, you could give it to other heroes that might just make it even worse for you.
If it's like a 5 Elder Titan that gets boots immediately, or some 5 like that, then it's kind of scary. But the 5 Jakiro is... that's a lot of damage on mid 1 already. No mana on Co-op any longer, though, so something to work with now if you're Venomancer.
For now, yeah, because they're about to have another Shadow Strike in a second from the mana region, and then they're going to pick up a bottle, which could be dangerous for the Veno. But Veno's got that salve and will heal up.
How's the bottle timing looking? It's running out, not flying out right now towards the Co-op. So, yeah, this is a very interesting lane for me. I feel that Veno is one of the rare heroes that might be able to not necessarily sustain himself, but dish out as much pain into the Co-op as she's dishing out into him.
Now you've got that level 2 Shadow Strike, and I want to see how mid 1 kind of handles this with the bottle being available for them too now on Nothing to Say. They'll pick up the Water Rune. I think great move just to, get over there and make sure that Co-op doesn't come in. Doesn't have Blink anyway, so it's not like you're going to get abused on it, but just make sure you can control those Water Runes and get a little bit of life back in you. Running at FY and Liquid Frost, as well as that Dual Breath. That'll run out, and then he will salve himself.
Yeah, I think there's like kill potential on both sides on top lane, right?
Yeah, for sure. I want to look up a statistic really quickly here, because I'm curious. This is only FY's second Ringmaster game as they get the kill in a KO, or FY getting credit for that kill. But the last time he played Ringmaster was in the Immortal Cup, which was just a for fun tournament. So this is his first like real professional game with Ringmaster.
I mean, it's FY, like he has so many good heroes under his belt. At times it feels like, do I have to learn these new guys? They do get the kill on top.
Another flat cannon. This could be pretty deadly. FY is going to get run down. Nowhere for him to really go. They'll tame the beast, but Ghost still gets that kill. Under the tier 1 tower, they're able to make a move like that.
Yep. They were missing some resources on Centaur as well. His Iron Will is was flying out, so now that he has that extra regen and armor, it might be a little bit easier, but so far, an evenish lane on top lane. Nothing crazy. Sometimes, like when you look at Jakiro and Gyro, this is like one of the strongest lanes in the game right now.
Oh,
there aren't many
sure.
heroes that can play against that, so...
Liquid Frost, Dual Breath, and then just kind of eating maybe Rocket Barrage and a Flat Cannon. And this is exactly what we're seeing, but Ghost all of a sudden taking a good amount of damage, and FY runs right at Ghost getting that kill.
This is exactly what we talked about during the draft. Like Centaur, Gyro into Centaur is, even though, like we just said, it's probably one of the strongest lanes in the game. I have seen two heroes do well versus Gyro. That's Kunkka, that's not really played a lot at the moment, and the Centaur. Why? Because they have like crazy strength gain. Like, he's already sitting on 1100 HP. He's got Helm. He heals up quite a lot. This is a guy that didn't manage to heal up versus Squad, by the way. A very late bottle on mid one. He's 17 CS versus 27, so they picked into it. I'm not sure they're super happy about it at the moment.
I'm always so bad. I'm watching like the Queen of Pain animation, and I'm so bad at like recognizing the last hit on this hero sometimes. It looks like the whip hits, and then like there's a good amount of time between that and the hit hitting, you know?
Yeah, there was a... If you remember how Razor used to work in Dota 1
yeah,
as well,
yeah. His is still kind of that way, right? Like, it still feels kind of weird at times if you're not familiar with that hero.
Mm-hmm. It does. It's not as bad. It isn't like the animation disappears and then the right click happens. It was very interesting. It was very bad, yeah.
So nothing to say. He's got level 6. He's having a free lane at the moment. And not too far ahead of Venomancer, not something that's like crazy out of control. They're going to bring 3 heroes over here. Impalement Arts doesn't land, and now they go to the Venomous Scale. They've got the Ice Path down, nothing to say. Saved with the Escape Act for a second. Blinks back towards the mid lane.
Oh, the shards. He misses. There's a shield rune down bottom as well.
Yeah, nice. Nova going to try and protect it, but there's no way to protect it from a Plague Ward that just denies it.
The classic minute 6 play, right? Like both teams just recognizing that this is where the game is won. I mean, not the game, but the mid lane, laning stage. I feel like this is the biggest impact you can have as a support. Just going mid, securing the rune one way or the other.
Quap usually one of those heroes that goes to steal a shrine, but with Naga Siren staying so close to mid and not really being over in the safe lane, it's not going to be a play in which they're going to be making. So a little maybe disappointing from them wanting to go over to the shrine, or my expectations of people wanting to go over the shrine.
I think it goes back to the rune. Like if he gets a good rune, like a haste or DD, he can contest it. If he doesn't, it's just it can be punished.
Right.
Like not only would you play into the enemy offlane duo, but you'd play into a possible Gyro or Jakiro rotation. So it's a bit too much.
Centaur working on getting this helm, and you look at the way the net worths are going. Quap, it felt like open lane maybe should turn into a little bit more. Didn't get any kills with this early level 6 for the Sonic Wave or anything like that. And they're going to rotate this Gyro down bottom. They go to the Ravage. Gush, Snowball, Ame trying to shift. He will not end up surviving. They bring 4 heroes down here. Gyro not involved initially. 5 heroes down in the bottom lane. And they will kill X-Nova. That is a lot committed, and they are going to take this tower, or at least pressure it to make sure that Ame doesn't have a lane to go back to.
It looks like the Gyrocopter, at least. Ghost is going back top as the lane is pushing in. It's enough. I guess you have level 3 Liquid Fire. Should be enough to take down the tower. Nice waveform attempt, by the way. Like he was trying to time it against the Ravage, but nicely done by Boom as well to prevent any waveform shenanigans.
using that first Ravage. And, you know, I was thinking it in my head. I'm like, who's more effective at getting their level 6 in the offlane first? And I would have said it would have been Centaur, because Stampede's just so effective offensively and defensively.
Nice,
but
by the way.
Ame, you know, ends up dying to a Ravage that just is not held, but completely used.
Oh, as you very often see a Tidehunter that just holds Ravage for like 5 minutes and then uses it because there is no circumstance where he can use it effectively. This was
Ghost in trouble. Hook Stomp. And the Impalement Arts, the Shadow Strike. They have Sonic Wave, Tame the Beast. Stampede is used, and Ghost's going to come back towards XXS, but unneeded, as the kill will go and get credited to Nothing to Say.
the Sonic Wave pushing the Tusk that just TP'd in as well, so he wasn't able to perhaps use the Snowball. Pretty good spell versus Quaff as well, right? Just making sure that some of that damage is dodged.
They've got this Obs that sees FY. FY who's now level 6. He's trying to now find an escape, which he'll use Escape Act, but he's right back towards Ghost and uses the Whipping Cushion. We'll get some distance. Blood Grenade. Homing Missile's going to be flying in. He's hoping to get out of vision, but the Flat Cannon or the Homing Missile is going to be what kills him.
A decent attempt, right? A pretty decent attempt by the Ringmaster. Like he's making it look like he's a Grandmaster Ringmaster player.
Yeah, currently Silver. So not
He's
a hero
getting
he
there,
plays
yeah.
all too much. How did Ghost get his courier? If XXS was playing that far back, I guess he must have just stepped up on it, but ends up killing the courier with a component of the blade mail on him.
Miss Micro, maybe? It happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Like with the couriers in particular, like the last couple of patches, they have a mind of their own.
I feel like I've been hearing that for a while. Years. Decades. You can see Mid1 still trying to just farm and get himself into the game, but he is bottom of the cores at the moment, and it is a hero that now needs to kind of resurface and recover in this matchup.
Yeah, he's more of a reactionary type at the moment. He needs someone to get gone on under a tower, then he can TP. I don't think he's going to be making too many like rotational plays. You can either farm the triangle, the decagon, the octagon, or push towers, right? So he's actually going for Naga.
Yeah, uses that ult, TP out, no stun, so easy TP for the Nagastar. Meanwhile, up top, they are trying to get a kill on the Kaori. They use the Ravage, that comes through, and they look for Nothing to Say, but the Stampede is there. He'll get the distance to walk away. Homing Missile connects, turns it around, Sonic Wave thrown to just back them off. Nothing more going on.
Just a lot of
ultis.
Yeah, just a lot of ultis actually used across the map. Like Ravage used, Venom's ulti used, Gyro's ulti used, Sonic Wave as well, and 0 kills. So let's see, maybe without ults they got it.
Boom doesn't have Ravage. Gonna look in on this tower, try to take it.
Isn't Wildwing Ripper a wonderful creep to have this game? Just because of the ice shards?
Yeah, the Hurricane would be nice. There's 4 heroes around. Shadow Strike and the Scream. They go to the Ice Path. That lands onto the Centaur. Macro Power laid down with Blade Mail being popped. He gets the escape back. Kaori's dead. Nothing to Say getting that kill. Blood Grenade and another Impalement Arts. That lands on a Yamich. Nothing to Say is behind enemy lines, but he'll blink TP. This is leaving Ame open to free farm the entire time. They're going to lose this tier 1 tower top, though.
Yeah, they lost the bot tier 1 tower, they lost the top tier 1 tower. What did they get in exchange? They got the mid one. It tier 1 tower that is. So, no pun intended.
Oh, very much intended. Come on.
Yeah, so they are getting some map control, but this is to be expected from MOUZ. This is a team that should play the tempo. And they're playing it even with the Venomancer that realistically did lose his lane. So they're just utilizing the gyro plus Jakiro combo very nicely.
Right.
So much damage from these two right now that it's hard to fight in.
You've got these ults, it gets a little bit easier. When you've got Stampede Supernova, it's nice. We haven't seen a song yet. We did just see one Wheel of Wonder, which could be the extra bit of lockdown that they need if they do land that Wheel of Wonder. Not seeing as much on the Ensnare reeling at the moment.
Yeah, not a single time, I believe.
Walrus Punch, nothing to say. Song. Link back by nothing to say. That ult ends up spreading, but mid one, he's moving forward. He's got a haste screen. They're going to get the shards to not quite land.
Just TP out, lol. The whole game.
That's what they've been doing, yeah.
They are losing towers, though. They are TPing out, but not without consequences, as they are leaving some big objectives behind. This smoke was absolutely scouted. They had a ward.
Ward on mid. They still have, I would say, they had a little bit of that haste left over when they were running over towards top.
Gotta save the punch this time around. Gotta save the punch. Oh,
Like ships in the night. Yeah. Walrus Punch gets used, and that was early. Like you said, you know, maybe you could just TP out.
Yes, Snowball.
Stampede. Just a simple escape. Boom's actually maybe even looking to cut off at the pass. But X-Nova runs up, finds Boom. Again, has this ensnare, has this reeling, just not using it to get any lockdown at the moment. Though Tide, not the hero that you want to be going for. He's pretty tanky.
Yeah, this is one of those games where Tide just sits up front and feels like an indestructible watermelon.
Somebody's got to turn into Gallagher then with that giant mallet.
He's gonna go for a pipe, and that should be the turning point. Shard after, of course, really damn good this game. Getting them some extra control that, realistically, they're not really lacking control. They just haven't been combining their spells all that much. On MOUZ, that is.
Damage in trouble top. Snowball away to the creeps.
That's Venom here. So far,
They're looking to go. Now they've got the net. They have the reeling. It's like they want to have Boom use that Ravage, but now the two-man hoof stomp connects. Wheel of Wonder. Boom doesn't have a place to run. So he's in a lot of trouble. Tame the Beast trying to send him back to the Wheel of Wonder. He'll finally Ravage. And now, with the fact that that Wheel of Wonder is gone, the lockdown's going to be missing. Nothing to say moving forward. Oh, Croaker, Tendrils of the Deep, and the Impalement Arts, the Shadow Strike, and the kill eventually landing for X-Nova.
they get 2 kills, and Morphling survives another attempt, by the way, on his life. As we were watching bottom, they were trying to make a move on Morph with Tusk and Veno. Veno used his ult again. Not the lowest cooldown ult, by the way, 100 seconds. He's still the lowest net worth core, but one thing to keep in mind is that because Queen of Pain went for that 3-inch Shadow Strike in the laning stage, like, she's got decent farm, but it's not like she's completely on top of the net worth charts, which can sometimes happen after you dominate the lane that hard.
Yeah, still middle of the pack, but in an okay spot, especially compared to the Venomancer, who doesn't really have much of anything. A lot of neutrals flying in, / being crafted. They don't even fly in these days.
So he's just going for a full pike, by the way, on Venom. Just making sure that he has the mobility to survive. I mean, pike overall is not bad on him at all. I believe it gives you a dot, and he's got like a Orb of Frost and Orb of Blight already, so that's 20-30% damage more or less added.
We see a lot of the same neutrals being taken and the same enchantments on the same neutrals. Definitely makes me want the next patch to have a rotation of neutrals happen, and maybe a different way with the enchantments, or maybe a rotation of enchantments come through.
Yeah. I'm a big
going on mid one.
On Dire, at least. On Radiant, it's all different, though, right? I believe every single one. But no, they have 2 Poor Man's Shields.
And 2 Searing Signets.
Never mind, I take that back.
Just makes me wonder, like, which ones would you want to see back? Are we ever going to see Repair Kit come back?
You can have new ones.
Yeah, new ones too would be pretty cool. What was the net? That was also interesting.
I can't remember, but I know what you're...
yeah. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. So, you know, a lot of these games hit these lulls in time where not much is happening.
I don't know if this benefits a MOUZ that much. Like, they've been pressuring the map for a reason up to this point. One of the reasons being that they just could. It's not that they had to, but they could. They had a decent laning stage. You have Gyro that was joining very early on. I wonder if they think that their scaling is stronger. Mid lane?
Yamich. Snowball waiting a long time.
Okay, happens. You didn't see anything.
Nothing. You look at the kill on Yamich. FY deserves it more than anybody else in that moment of time.
They don't have Sonic Wave for Tormentor fight right now. I think they just... Mid lane?
They're trying to make a move here on Ghost. They turn into the gyrocopter. Call down gets used. Blink forward by nothing to say.
It's a cool build, by the way. He's got the brooch on Gyro. Not too bad to have some magical damage versus Morphling, right? Like, he has mega high armor.
Smoked up. They're trying to make a move across, see if they can find anything. They're going to have this State of Tormentor Boom, but is he the one you want to jump on? Again, he's just such a tanky hero. They'll find the Jakiro. Damn, two-shot. Yamich now needing to leave with that Tumbler's toy. Boom netted up.
Ooh.
And looking to tame the beast, but that's unfortunate for them.
Yeah, I think the actually Scream of Pain saves Tide from any bad positioning there, right?
Yeah. End up stealing the shrine, but again, FY getting away, Tumbler's toy, and he's currently holding onto a strongman tunic. Or tonic, sorry.
Tonic, yeah. Tonic.
Not something you wear, it's something you drink.
It should have one of those snake oil descriptions underneath it, you know?
Yeah,
Good
it doesn't have any lore.
This. It has no side effects. Just makes you very strong.
3 easy payments and 1 difficult payment.
They're in the first, by the way.
Yeah. You can pay the first 3 payments in gold. The last payment must be mailed in and sent via Wampum. It's the only way. Palman Arts hits onto Roche. Are they going to make this jump? They are not, which is a bit of a surprise. They've got this ward down. They know where X-Nova's at. They knew they could continue that Roche the entire time. Shards land on an XXS. Centaur in some trouble with the Gale hitting. He pops that blade now. These heroes are in. Morphling nowhere nearby. Sonic Wave hits on 3. They go to the Snowball. They've got the call down being used. Now the song is a little bit out there. They'll stampede. They don't even want to continue to go in, but Tame the Beast, Impalement Arts, they stampede just to leave. Morphling and Quap have completely left this fight already.
They're just going to creep skip already. I mean, not the bot lane, they cannot. The wave is already under the tier 2 tower, but they can push top lane with the illusions. Mid lane was pushed a bit by Quap, waiting for her Ags, which is 40 gold away. This is like the crucial activating item for her. I feel like Morphling is already activated. Like, he is going for a BKB next. It's of course, a must this game, but it's not an item that is on some carries. You know, when you play some carries, if you don't have a BKB, you can't play the game. Morphling isn't necessarily one of those. Mid lane.
Turns into Tide, and they'll gush, they'll run. The Ice Path connects the blink forward. They're looking to get a stomp there on a Kaori. Shards to try and pick up the fight is really well placed, honestly, to kind of keep Morphling a little bit chained up. But anyway, boom, he ends up dead. Kaori falls. Ame gets a kill on the Yamich. 3 heroes still die on the side of MOUZ, despite the fact that the Shards were in a decent spot to try and cut the fight off. But you just have so much mobility with Blink. You have Waveform. You can go in. You've got a couple of Tumblr's toys here. So even with those Shards kind of impeding their movements, it just doesn't really matter at the end of the day.
What matters is that their carry TP'd out. And not only did he TP out, he presented himself on the lane. Like, he TPs and then shows himself in the lane hitting creeps, which basically means that you have all the info. You're at max playing 4 against 5, so
right.
It's a pretty good play by Xtreme, and from MOUZ, maybe a little bit sloppy to not fall back.
Yeah, I think once the Tide gets caught, maybe you could have just left him and not given up so much, but I guess maybe you want to keep Tide alive.
It's like, you want to keep him alive, and that Ravage kind of baits you in as well,
Yeah.
you know? It's like a 5-man Ravage, you want to connect to it.
Oh my god, 5-man Ravage. Add one to the relic that I've got on this hero.
Yeah, feels a bit bad, but they still have the age to work with for 2 extra minutes, but that fight did give a lot, right? Like, it gave space to Morphling, like he's reaching this insane stage, more or less. Once he gets the BKB, it's going to be really hard to kill him. Centaur has a blink, of course, on top of everything else, going for a pipe next, so he's almost fully active.
They still want to pressure. Like, MOUZ isn't afraid to continue to move up. They don't have Ravage in the moment. Song comes in, and now, ooh, can't get that Walrus Punch combo with the Snowball. And now you've used that ult. You've used Macropyre. You've used the Noxious Plague, and you just don't get anything out of it.
Shield
Ravage back up in 10.
Shield Rune or nothing to say, kind of helping that as well. And without the BKBs, it's hard to fight into the Song, of course, so they couldn't follow through. 1 more minute. And by the way, while you're pushing top tier 2, Morphling is kind of knocking on your high ground already.
Yeah, he's not committing to it, but he is there.
He's there. Like, creep skipping, not allowing the wave to go any further. Farming a lot.
Coming back. They've got Ravage. They kind of want to fight this. I think they have the confidence with Ghost having the BKB and this Aegis. Blink in, Walrus Punch once again on XXS.
Morphling is steeping in. They will fight this.
Yeah, they're definitely going to want to fight this. They go to the hoof stomp. Call down. That gets used. It's going to connect here on XXS, but he's so tanky. Wheel of Wonder's going to hypnotize that Jakiro. Now the run is on. Waveform forward, going into Boom. He turns into the Gyrocopter. He'll have that flat cannon. Pops the BKB. They go to the Shadow Strike. It's going to be on a Ghost. They find their attention on a Yamich. And this is a Tusk singled out. Blink, double edge. Ghost still wanting to go in. 17 seconds left on this Aegis. If he's not too careful, they might just time this right where they re-engage as that Aegis expires. Because MOUZ really trying to push the envelope, but not quite finding what they're looking for. As this Aegis now will expire, and he'll heal all the way back up.
I think Xtreme didn't really find what they wanted as well. And that's because of a beautiful play by Yamich. Like, Morphling goes in, pops the BKB immediately, or else he gets ravaged. And he morphs into Gyro. That was, if they had control around him, like a sufficient control, he destroys them. But they didn't. And they didn't because of the Walrus Punch. Like, Tusk immediately breaks that fight apart.
Right back to top. Look at where Nothing to Say and Ame are both farming. Like, they're so okay with giving out these outer towers. That's the kind of confidence I think they currently have at the moment. Where it's like, all right, take our towers. We're going to just continue to, you know, figure out what we want in items. And then when we want to come back, we'll come back. We can push bottom. Wheel of Wonder. That hits. Call down, used. They don't have the follow-up just yet, but Nothing to Say. Throw that Shadow Strike out there, and that is going to be a dead mid one. Meanwhile, Ame stealing the Shrine, and they've got nobody bottom. He can put the pressure onto this tower while the rest of the team looks to fight. Nothing to Say is even looking to make that jump in. He's got 16 seconds still. He's got the Sonic Wave. Kaori's next on the list to get this kill on him. But Nothing to Say, he's dead anyway. So that ends up being a trade.
Tier
Because
2
of the
tower,
Ravage,
though.
Escape Act doesn't do much of anything, and they glyph the bottom tier 3, but they're going to get it even with this glyph. So now you've kind of left Boom to run away and try and get out of this one. The Impalement Arts are there. The Tame the Beast lands. He's feared up. Eventually, there's another net. There's a reel-in after said net, and he will die. Walrus Punch through on Ame, but he doesn't care. He's also got the whole rack set bottom. The whole time you're fighting this, he's just going.
This is the worst kind of a rat, the river rat, the water rat. Like, you can't deal with him. The Morphling is stronger than Tusk and Gyro at the moment, like 1v2. He still has the BKB, of course. Has a small crit flying out. Daedalus will be the next item in line for him.
Ame has so much, man.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Smoke up.
Scanning.
Moves being made. Boom. He's just going to try and defend here. I mean, there's not much. You don't need to force this if you're Xtreme, right? You just go back for Aegis.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Get the Daedalus.
Though. Yeah. They can get the fight if they want to. I feel like they're in a really commanding spot right now, at least until Gyro gets an MKB, which is kind of far away from at the moment. The high ground push, though, is difficult. Like, you can maybe get the tier 2, but the high ground push, of course, into the Venomancer, into the Gyro probably is ill-advised.
Yeah. Looking to see if they can find these supports. Top tier 2, get all these objectives. Like, this is what they were complacent with, right? Like, giving up these towers on their end, knowing that they could get the towers back the second they win a fight.
Tower has fallen.
Their high ground barely gets pushed. They don't get punished for that kind of complacency at all, and they're going to go and get themselves now a Shark from the Tormentor.
You could see that MOUZ were maybe feeling a little bit under the pressure, that the tempo isn't the tempo that they maybe imagined going their way didn't really play out as fast as it could have. Yamich.
Yamich is caught. Ice Path not going to be placed well. And Sonic Wave this time timed perfectly from Nothing to Say.
I mean,
They get the kill in a mid one while this is all going on. I mean, this is all over the map and very efficient from
this
Xtreme.
This is like the Venomancer experience when you're playing into heroes that any sort of a carry hero that gets on top of you easily, and that doesn't need the blink. Most importantly, by the way, which is what Morphling has got for himself. Like, he has waveform. Heroes with blink usually don't work versus Venom because of the ward and the overtime damage. Morphling doesn't care. Just waveforms through.
Pressuring forward while Ame is just taking your base. They don't even need this Aegis. They know that they've got the timing right. They know that they've got the damage to go for this. And there's not much this side of MOUZ can do. It's got to be a perfect fight from them. And unfortunately, that just doesn't look like it's going to be happening. They have Blink Dagger available for Tusk to start off the fight, but immediately Ame and Xtreme recognize this, and they back away.
Yeah, straight into the pit, right? Like that's probably maybe not. Or you can put the Morphling inside. Actually, I'm taking that back. Like, he can solo rush it, and you can set up the trap around him. But if you're MOUZ, you probably don't want to let that happen, I suppose. Let's see if they smoke out. Do they have a smoke? Jakiro does have.
It's already too late.
Yeah, it's the Morphling, right? Like, he just solos it in a matter of seconds.
Gets that Aegis, and that, truth be told, unless there's a miracle hold, which we've seen. I'm not saying it's impossible. Hey, this one looks like it's already set in stone.
It definitely looks that way. It feels that way to me as well. MOUZ, it's not like they played badly, it's just like the nature of the heroes at the moment versus this Morphling. Let's see, maybe Veno, if he's given a chance to hit from distance, or he just dies.
Blink Coast Stomp. Snowball save. But now the Ravage comes in, the BKB is going to be timed nicely by Ame. Sonic Wave rips through Boom, and Ame's going to turn to the Gyrocopter Flat Cannon.
Stop the song.
Dog. Ooh, Kaori's still dead.
Yeah.
No reel in. Triple kill for Ame. They've got buybacks, but this one looking dangerously over.
Very
As
dangerous.
Yamich is going to die. Ame's got that ultra kill. Somebody run in, give this man a rampage. Turns into the Gyrocopter Flat Cannon, works on this tower, rips in it, and then Ame, hey, back to full health, has everything he needs. They're going to have to make a perfect play, but it just does not exist. Like, those plays don't exist. Ame going to get a little bit low here. He's going to start to hit back over on a Boom, and the damage is there. He'll waveform forward. He gets another kill. Now it's going to be another double for him. They'll call GG, and Xtreme, with another triple kill from Ame and a full team wipe, will get the victory in game number 1.
Clean game. Like, clean. Were there some hiccups when it comes to using spells?
Or 1-1. Well, I'm looking at the only other offlane Sand King that we've seen in this tournament so far, and it was played by 33, obviously one of the masters of the offlane. He drew offlane with a bounty hunter, and he went up against he went up against TA Naga Siren. So I'm trying to think to myself, like, I wish I had seen that game more, but it's certainly possible to be okay and come out kind of all right, right?
I mean, I can tell you what happened. That's like bounty hunter creep skipping, not really playing the lane, messing with the lane equilibrium, making sure that Sandking has some stacks, and he farms up and he comes back online. It's one of those situations. And you're playing into a TA, so the blind from the Sandstorm has more use than versus a Gyro that just runs you down with Rocket Barrage. So the Sandblast is very nice, you know, versus heroes that right-click you, but versus some heroes that deal mostly spell damage, it's a bit different.
See if there's any First Bloods. His last game, they got First Blood on Ame with that long wraparound.
Oh boy.
They want to block bottom, most likely. Like, these two bulky boys can't do that. When it comes to creep skipping, by the way, a bit more difficult on top than it is for bottom. Like, Tusk can do it very easily. Grimstroke, it's doable, but you can get punished by a Reelin and Rocket Barrage.
Damn, they got all 4 bounties. That's crazy.
All 4? What the hell? Yeah, I didn't even notice.
Well, what's like the percentages? It's like if you get all 4 bounty runes and First Blood, aren't you like, it's like an 85% win rate or something like that? I know I've actually recently seen it lose, but it's kind of a crazy start where you're getting 1,000 gold straight up, or well, 800. No,
You know what's crazy? It's not like they're that weak, right? Like, like they could have fought. They just decided to split in such a way that they lost all the runes.
sometimes it happens, you know.
Yep, truly does. It helps out the mid lane the most, right? Because it propels you into that first item. The
That
fastest.
urn. Yeah.
I mean, luckily for Xtreme Gaming, they're not playing versus a hero that buys a bottle. So for Prophet, it's kind of like, okay, he's gonna get an urn, but he still needs level 3 to start making those rotations.
I was gonna almost say the opposite. I was like, well, now he's getting I guess now it's like a situation, right? Like, you still have to get those kills, but if he ends up getting the urn quickly and moves over quickly, then it's...
Let's put it this way. I agree with you. Sometimes it feels even bad buying an urn immediately. You know,
Right.
It's like whatever. But here, if you're a hero that buys like bracers or raid bands, that's when it has the most impact. Urn is also good, but when you're going for those stat items, that's when the early kills or all these bounty runes make the biggest impact.
Well, to go to that point, Bracer was picked up by Bristleback immediately.
There you
he
go.
was able to get that. That's big for him. It's a full wand and Ironwood branches. Kaori's actually in some trouble. But Burrow Strike on cooldown. FY, he's only level 1 on the Stroke of Fate. He does have level 2. Curious if he wants Inkswell.
One thing that is happening in this lane, though, is like Naga, at the moment, versus Sand King with Sandstorm isn't the strongest. So they're abusing the melee range around the creeps. Rocket Barrage not doing all too much.
Flat cannon action. And the Urn's here, so like you said, he needs that level 3, but he's level 4, so waiting to see if mid 1 makes the rotation. It's not going to be easy on XXS if he goes and they don't have a sentry down. They do currently have a sentry in the lane, so maybe it's possible with him sitting at about half health. But it also comes down to if mid 1's able to sustain himself in a lane, and he's eating a lot of these wild axes to where he's sitting about half health all the time.
Luckily for him, of course, he didn't go for the Prophet. He went for the Saplings, so he's just healing himself up as well with Q. Isn't the greatest amount of heal, but still pretty damn nice.
Kind of getting pressured out of this lane a little bit.
That was the idea, I guess, then for the Beast pick. He's sitting on 20 last hits versus 13 of the Prophet, so nothing to say. He's actually doing a really good job on the mid lane.
There's this double boar. And just throwing axes over at mid 1, who's now healed up pretty much to full. The 4-minute water runes, one should be the Nature's Prophet. I say that though, Sand Kings come all the way off the lane to come grab this other water rune.
I think he was just like kinda stuck in no man's land and
figured why not.
Yeah, figured why not, because he was trying to get away from Naga as well.
They look like they're gonna get X Nova. As they've got the quills, they should stack it up one more time and get that first blood for Boom. I was gonna say too, it was starting to feel like if mid 1 doesn't make the rotation, that this value that he got off the 4 bounty runes is kind of lost.
Top lane as well. We have a fight. They have a sentry.
Yeah, they have a couple sentries in lane. Now they've got this net with the Rocket Barrage, XXS. Burrow Strike gets some distance. He's in the trees. Needs to TP out. Let's see if he does. He's still kind of waiting on it.
He's going to run straight into the Ancients.
Burrow Strike. Now he's going to try and juke. Oh, Dust. God, they got everything ready for him. Net connects, and now flat cannon, one more shot, and they get this kill.
Yeah, he decided to go for that little play around the cliff. Maybe if he continued running right, I'm not sure. Jero would probably catch up to it. Jero had no boots. 320 movement speed versus 335. Maybe he could have gotten away, but not playing Prophet. That's another kill. It's starting.
Yeah, it's starting to get out of hand. FY ends up dead. 3-0 now. Prophet's starting to move around the map.
Well, I tried.
This is getting a little bit dangerous, and your answers aren't exactly available to you just yet.
They won't be for a long time, I gotta say. Like when you look at the Radiant draft, this is a Sand King offlane. Like he generally is the greedier offlaner. Beast mode, mid, roar.
They've got Inkswell if it lands. They could probably follow this up with a roar if they need it, and they will, and they should be able to get the kill on the mid 1, but healed up and eventually finally dying. Wrath of Nature's gonna fly through, do amazing amounts of damage. They will get X Nova and nothing to say. So even in death, mid 1 makes a big impact.
It took them a bit too much time because of Kaori, actually, right? Like he rotates in, uses that and snare, delays it a little bit. The ring around the Rosie from the Prophet as well helped, of course. Gotta say though, Bristol also not having a good time. If you look at the... I mean, he actually is. I'm taking that back. He's got 3k net worth because of the first blood, right? Like, I was looking at the CS, it wasn't looking great, but overall he's doing fine.
Shrine stolen by Ghost. Tusk is gonna get the other one, so now just pushing problems. Nothing to say. He's got Roar in 30, so it's not going to be available here, but the axe is thrown over, and with the Phantom's Embrace, there's no way to get out of that one. Kill for FY and a pause by XXS.
The best time to pause, right? After getting a kill.
Oh, for sure.
Like that.
Let me just take a second.
Yeah.
Just soak in this.
And then you go. Couple of tips maybe as well. Voice lines. I mean, it's not the biggest kill, of course. You just killed the 5 Naga. Their job more or less is to explore around the map, block some camps, which was, I believe, successful. Yeah, they don't see the sentry. So the hard camp is actually still blocked. Word.
Yeah, it's just out of range. You got to think FY kind of understands that that's just out of range of that sentry.
I mean, the Ancients are blocked as well. We found 2 very sneaky sentries.
XL was wrapping around the back on mid one. They might go for this kill again. Immediately the TPs,
Will this
multiple
work?
TPs. The bores, the damage, the dual breath, the TPs out, and they need to leave. They use that roar. They have a shield rune ready to pick up.
I like
And
the
they don't get
idea.
that kill.
I like the idea of playing around the beast and around the prophet, like making sure that he can't TP in and create a difference somewhere else. But they need to bring more heroes. He's TPing in now.
Nothing to say could be in trouble. Mid one's here. Not only do they have the shards, they've got the sprout, and nothing to say is gonna die. Boom here, 4 heroes around for MOUZ.
This is exactly what you were probably trying to prevent by going on him mid, but
Oh boy.
because of that failed attempt, this happens.
Ursa needs the TP out. Snowball not in time. They're also thinking about bringing Ghost Bottom.
Yeah, finally, they find the sentries. Both of them are rewarded.
Took some time though.
It took a lot of time because no stacks were made, like just a few. So you weren't able to get these stacks, and both of your cores, position 2 and 3, offlane and mid, they need stacks to recover.
Your offlane's doing fine, I will say though. It's your mid
Yep.
that's struggling.
He had the biggest advantage, right, when it comes to CS, 1-1. He had the biggest advantage versus the Prophet, and this is the strength of the Prophet. His rotations.
Your biggest issue with XXS now is, like you said, the lack of stacks, but also with Ursa coming top, do you want to farm bottom as Sand King? And you know, now you've lost the tower.
Yeah, maybe you can. You can sit around the tier 2 bot lane, Jakiro. It's probably the easiest for him. Jakiro is going to die here. There's nothing
No way for him to survive.
Out of all the heroes, Sand King is probably the easiest one to keep down on bottom lane. He's the only one with any defensive mechanic, right? Like with the Sandstorm, with the Burrow Strike.
All this going on, XXS almost has this Blink Dagger. It's only a 1,000 net worth lead. Like, the problems seem to be getting really bad, but it's not that awful.
Not that bad for sure. And they do have some ways of dealing with the aggression that MOUZ can bring. And their teamfight is insane on Xtreme Gaming. Like, you've got the Roar, the Sand King Epicenter. Speaking of Sand King, top lane.
Yeah, they want to go for him. They've got the call down, Burrow Strike other way. They get this kill.
It's a solo kill.
Yeah, but Wrath of Nature doing an extra 300.
Yeah, helped out for sure. Mid lane.
Does he just roar him? Does he have the ability to get this kill? He'll chase.
Gyro,
Wild
top
Axes in a second. Ghost ends up dead. Song just not in time. They will trade this though.
Will they?
Song
If he-
used, and certainly you just net Spirit Vessel. You've got the real lane. Kaori taking a lot of damage, but damage coming in to get the save.
They need a Tusk as well. Kaori probably would have died. Buying some time at least. Killing the beast. Buying some time for mid lane to be denied, not defended, but denied.
Also
The
killed the
Blink Dagger.
Sand King. That was slowing down his Blink Dagger.
So what would you say is the biggest item in this game right now? The upcoming. I would say it's the Blink on SK, right?
Yeah. Just having that ranged initiation. This axe is going to be really important for Beastmaster too. So if they can get this at a little bit of a quicker speed, that would really help their damage output. And once you've got Beast and Sand King maybe able to make moves for Extreme, you can open up the map for Ame when he's got this Battle Fury and just 100 gold and start. He's going to start to farm, because that's kind of similar to what they did in game number 1, right? They weren't behind like this, obviously they were ahead, but they made that room for Ame to get those items to farm.
The only difference is, like, I don't think the matchup for Ame is as amazing as it was in the last game. It's still pretty good, like Ursa into Gyro, nothing too shabby, but it's not as good as morphing into Gyro for sure. And they truly need levels in their supports. Luckily for Xtreme, FY did get his level 6. It's really important to get 6 as fast as possible versus Tusk, because it prevents the snowball saves.
This Naga Siren looks like they're going to become a bit of an issue. Illusions pushing in and getting some information here. But now they smoke. They're going to try and make a move with this Blink Dagger. They didn't show it. Not going to be easy. Yamich is here kind of waiting to help out Ghost. He's moved away from him, and he doesn't have a Blink Dagger himself. So Blink, Epicenter, Inkswell with the Phantom's Embrace. But the damage, it's slow. Eventually it's there. But now they've got the Dust, Snowball, the Net. And this is going to be a problem for XXS, who won't be able to get out. Because again, another Wrath of Nature flies in, doing a big chunk of damage, and he ends up dead.
I mean, the damage has been done, right? Like, they did kill the Gyro. If you're Sand King, killing the Gyro and dying after is completely acceptable.
Yeah.
He did buy out, like, he got the staff as well, so not sad about that trade at all.
I guess the thing is and will kill off FY is the fact that Beastmaster's still looking for this Aghanim Scepter.
That's to be expected. Like, mid lane Beast does take a lot of time to ramp up Ursa.
Ursa, if he can get a kill, start getting some gold, that'd be nice. But he's got the Spirit Vessel on him. Walrus Punch is there, and again, Ame now needs to be careful. Snowball's coming in. He's trying to heal up. But what does he have? Oh, Ghost! The roar is in. Nothing to say. Helps out Ame. He stays alive. 3 heroes dead, and they're going to find themselves mid one. Oh, no. MOUZ, the advantage they had is gone.
Absolutely. And it was the Sandstorm, right? Like, Sand King just chilling there, dealing 3.2k damage, minute 14. They decided to fight into a maxed out Sandstorm without dealing with the Sand King at all. The debate was real. Like, they killed FY thinking that, okay, this gives us an opportunity. He's dead for 20, right? Like, he can't really join. But look at the Sandstorm just go. Absolutely uncontested. They tried to go for Ame, who of course has his ulti as well, so he's never truly going to fall here.
He uses the Fairy Fire, or he has the Fairy Fire, he has the Lotus, uses both, had a 21 charge, and I mean, had the heal and also had the Enrage, so he kind of just baited them in.
You have to respect the team fight of Xtreme. This is something that we mentioned earlier. Bristol, of course, not even joining, and he is the main ingredient for MOUZ in these fights because he's got the pipe. It's not necessarily the Bristol hero, it's the item that he's bringing to the table. They need this pipe.
And that just completely brings it back here. And now they've got a little bit of a net worth lead, and you look at where Ghost is on the net worth and where Ursa's at. He's got all this gold, and now shipped out is that Blink Dagger. He wants to play aggressive. Ame looking to play with the rest of his team, knowing, you know, something that you said earlier. They have a great team fight. We just saw it. And if Ursa's going to play aggressive, he'll get the gold that way too.
They have Roar. They have Ags.
This might be trouble for the Bristol, and it will be trouble for the Bristol. It just has the gap closed. Now mid one's just in. Ice Path, Macro Pyre, Snowball. That'll land him back into the Macro Pyre. He's burning out pretty low. Down goes Kaori. Mid one's gone. They'll fall on Yamich. They finally get nothing to say, but this is another very beneficial fight for Xtreme.
They're just finding all the right angles. They found all the items now. They're fully activated with the Blink from Ursa, Blink from Sand King, of course, Aghanim's on Beast. He's not even going for Blink, by the way. Going for BKB first, just making sure that he can stay alive and hit through all the damage that Gyro is bringing. But yeah, the wards and the vision and the understanding where Bristol is going to be and the fact that MOUZ are not playing around him enables all of this. Maybe they needed one of the supports to trail Bristol, right? Like with a song or something like that. The TP from the Prophet was damn ballsy, I gotta say. Borderline insanity right there. keep in mind that the only reason they even managed to kill Nothing to Say here and the Snowball is because FY greeded out a little bit. He didn't use Soulbind. Like, he could have. Like, if he just pressed it on Prophet, there is no Snowball to save. But
Dire's top tower
it's still a very good fight for Xtreme Gaming, of course. A great one.
Perfect one, honestly. This is all falling apart.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Mid one as
And-
well. Top lane.
We're gonna go. They'll find
Sand
themselves
King next.
X Nova. All right, now they'll go for Sand King, but he's got the blink. Doesn't have Burrow Strike. The shards are on the money. But can they get this kill? Is anybody reacting? No, not really. But
Naga's coming.
XXS keeping himself alive. Now Naga's here, and that will be a kill again for MOUZ.
Can they move into the pit? It looks like they can. They're going for Rosh. Okay, a couple of very nice kills that might enable them Roshan as well. It seems like it will.
Giving up Roche is a bit of a hit here for Extreme, considering the move that they just made.
I guess they're waiting for the BKB on Beast, right? Like, he's not quite there yet. He needs 700 gold. With the BKB on him, I think maybe you can fight even into the Aegis.
Just a bit of a shock that they gave that up, and now they've got an Aegis on Ghost. All these great moves coming in from Extreme, and they lose out here.
It had to eventually turn the other way as well, right? Like, MOUZ are not going to give this one without a fight, and they have what it takes to take these heroes down, especially with tag team. Like, it's a lot of damage even into X-Nova, perhaps.
Jump in. X Nova again getting caught. And all of a sudden that lead is completely nullified.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Given right on back the other way. They're just not really what you're expecting from Extreme, considering the
top lane
gameplay
Prophet.
that they had up to that point.
Could be
Big
baiting
one.
here.
Blade Mail. Ame hits into it, and he'll come out of the Sprout. Mid one's gone, and now they hit the Soul Bind, but Ame's dead. Boom got that kill. This Epicenter is not doing enough.
Oh, he went out.
Losing Ame means this is a big issue.
Song, give it back.
Burrow Strike will get away, but the Song connects. It hits onto Nothing to Say, and he is in trouble. And they will look over as they get this kill onto the Beastmaster, and even maybe look for one more. X-Nova Shard's going to come up a little bit short, and they might still dive this. They still are looking to potentially go for this. Burrow Strike, no. Inkswell, not going to matter. They didn't connect with the Burrow Strike, so they won't find anything more.
Dropping the blink in front of them as well, a little bit to tease. So what was the problem there? Like, Ursa jumps Prophet. Usually it's one of the best heroes into the Prophet, right? Like, you can blow him up on your own. The problem is the fact that Prophet has a Blade Mail already. So if you're jumping him, you need to use Enrage to kill him off. Or you're just killing yourself as well. But if you use Enrage that early on, then you don't have Enrage for everything else that comes. So, yeah, not the most optimal engagement from Xtreme Gaming. Maybe they expected Prophet to be a bit more isolated, which wasn't the case.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And with that, you now are also just kind of put in this scenario where you've given away a lot of gold to MOUZ, and you're allowing them to kind of come back online.
It's not too much. Like, the game is still pretty much even, I have to say. They're gonna have a Shivas on Sand King soon as well, which will be very helpful for the damage output of the Beast and the Sand King. Actually, Beast also queuing up Shivas, so they might even double up. We'll see. Not the most efficient, but can do it.
This is mid one. Now ahead of this Sand King, whose game has been shut off a little bit.
And also, mid one will start to scale eventually, right? Like, right now he is a complete playmaker. With the Vessel, with the Blade Mail, But eventually you go into the Mjolnir, which he is doing right now. He's got the Maelstrom.
Bro strike, and now Soulbind with the double silence. They go to the Primal Roar. That's going to hit onto both Magpiers there. Epicenter committed. They're going to try and get a kill here out of the Bristleback 2. Ghost losing his first life. Ame jumped out of the back lines. The Phantom's Embrace keeping Boom silenced. The Wild Axe is not going to get the kill out of the Bristle. He stays alive. Kaori's dead. Call down used. Flat Cannon going off. And that is going to be Ame now being chased by Ghost. But the turnaround, the Bash is coming in. Ghost is in a little bit of trouble. They go to the Jakiro TP back to the tier 2 tower. Snowball flies in, hits on the Ame Walrus Punch knockout. X-Nova into the fight. He dies again after buying back. And a big, big fight for MOUZ as Bristle stays alive somehow and just alive. Makes them pay.
Yeah, he stays alive, and this might be a high ground push as well. They still have everything, right? Like they're very capable of pressuring. Keep in mind, I believe Beast, he kind of hesitated, right? Like he goes on the Bristle, then he moves back, then he goes back in realizing, hey, wait a minute, we have the damage. And that hesitation saves Boom in the end.
Bro strike, Boom. Not really going to take all too much damage. This is
Dude, there was like
good.
A right click more needed for the Bristle kill. And if you kill the Bristle there, you might be able, like if you kill him fast enough, good lane.
Yeah, no BKB. He is in trouble. Turns around, just roars. And Viscous Nasal Goo, the rest of the team showing up. Ame maybe even looking to jump in. Oh, middle one, he TP'd right in front of Ame. The Phantom's Embrace, they get the kill. And Ame forced to enrage and try and run away. Nothing to say, taking a lot of damage. The BKB's not going to matter. They get the kill. They'll get the kill on Ame too. That is both dead. They thought they got something in getting that kill on the Nature's Prophet, but now they look over. Ghost trying with the Epicenter, the damage, the BKB. Ghost still alive, just barely. Kaori falls. Boom got the kill on FY. Walrus Punch, the control is there. Triple kill for this Bristleback. They are cleaning up, and they will just get out on this Jakiro.
Everyone is just surviving on a sliver of HP, right? Like, you could see Xtreme Gaming had like a good idea about this fight. They even glyphed, by the way, which was really cool. Like, they glyphed in the middle of the fight to add some extra damage from the tower onto everyone, but it still was not enough. They're being broken a little bit apart. Like, MOUZ are taking these fights way too quickly, so that Xtreme Gaming can't really find the right formation, where they're fighting all together with the BKB of Beast, with the Sand King. It's always like someone is a bit late in these fights. Every single fight, something is missing.
This is gone and just dumped out on MOUZ, or on Xtreme towards MOUZ.
Oh, Butterfly, by the way, next on Gyro. He's got the Eagle Song already. Mjolnir on the Prophet, like, once again.
Yeah, they want nothing to say. Turns, roars, but look at just the path blocking. They're trying to get out. Macropire, Ice Path down on a 2. Mid one taking some damage, but he's got that Blade Mail.
Once again, they're just finding these, like, okay, they don't find the pickup, sure, but you use his BKB, you force him back, you secure yourself the full map now to play around. Like, without the BKB, Beastmaster is probably unplayable at this stage of the game. 10k advantage after 2 fights. All it took.
And it was about 5,000 for Xtreme, but then they lose the Aegis, they lose the subsequential fights, and now they're down a lot. That's success losing that courier.
Yeah, because he was sending it to the Dire side. I'm thinking he didn't buy anything, so he still has the recipe for Shiva's Guard. He should be able to get to the secret shop and complete the plate mail.
This BKB on Ursa, but he wants Shard and he wants MKB. That is a far ways out.
Time to play for 30 extra minutes, I guess. He's really far away from those items, like you mentioned. Meanwhile, a support on the other side isn't too far away from a BKB. That's the task. Like, once he has it, it's going to be much easier for him to jump into the ice path or into the sandstorm and save targets.
Just 6 bounty runes on the ground for Nature's Prophet there.
Just a casual influx of gold. 10k turns into 14k.
That was insane. That's wow.
Radiant are scanning.
A lot of gold there. Definitely surprising.
Radiant bottom barracks
What was that? Like 460 gold for them, right? Something like that.
For each one, yeah. Smoke used. Xtreme trying to steal themselves an Aegis. There's a haste rune that they can go grab. XXS gonna pick that up. Blink forward, Burrow Strike avoided with the snowball, and Ame's in no man's land. He's dead.
Gone.
He has no help. Nothing to say is dead. 2, they do not have buybacks. They will lose that fly, and a fight where Ame tries to play aggressive. Even pops the BKB, but they jumped in. The snowball, perfect from Yamich.
My dear friend, we might be looking at our first game 3 of all of the games that we have been casting, at least. And I believe it's almost set in stone that this will be a game 3. Like, the BKB on Ursa was what they were waiting for. They used it, and he still just absolutely evaporates. Even this Prophet is outscaling him at this point. As a carry, I mean, as he's got the Dragonlance and Mjolnir going for the Pike next for some extra mobility. This is Megas for sure, if not game. They're still staying in. They want to try and maybe get another fight going with the Sand King.
That is Megas. 12 seconds till they've got the Ursa. Oh. Venom's Embrace, BKB runs out. Burrow Strike, last-ditch effort. Snowball, and here's the song. Dual Breath, Yamich. He might still die. Jump into the song for a second, and now they're sprouted up. They'll get the Primal Roar. It's actually going over to the Nature's Prophet with the Soulbind used. Burrow Strike. They'll look over. They're trying to get a kill here on a Ghost. He's silenced up. He's in some trouble. They get the kill, but they lost Ame. Again, Ame gone. And with mid-1 scaling into this carry roll, he should be able to rip up the rest. Axe Nova and Nothing to Say. They both go by the wayside. Mid-1 just here with Boom in the front to kill him off. GG is called. We're going to a game 3.
Now, this was inevitable. After those 2 fights, I feel like this was absolutely inevitable. It was a back-and-forth game in which I feel that Xtreme definitely had their chance.
Solidified in your thought process for this, right?
It's still a really strong lane. Like, the lane is still solidified. It's still very solid between the Gyro and the Tusk. Like we've mentioned, Gyro and Jakiro in the last game, like Gyro and Tusk also really strong. If you go for tag team or drinking buddies, drinking buddies, of course, really good with some of these ranged carries like SF, like Gyro, so they went for that instead. I would have liked one or the other. Maybe the lane itself would be a bit easier, but the game itself would be a bit more difficult with Yaba. They will smoke up, by the way. Once again, like in game number 1, we're gonna see some weird angle.
Yeah, that first game we saw first blood on Ame. They went all the way out and around
They're
to make sure that they were able to get that kill.
They're doing the same thing again.
Both teams, though, this time it's not really the Ame move. They're not going all the way out. They don't have Ghost if they try to fight this. Next Nova gonna get hooked, and now they've got the Battle Hunger on him, but he's got drinking buddies to go up onto the high ground.
Yeah, exactly. Just what I want to say. Like he already skilled it up, so he was able to get away. A little bit of mana taken away from Pudge as well is very nice, because Yamich, I've seen this from him. He always goes for boots. Playing a 4 Pudge, I think you kind of have to, but it also means that you don't have too many hooks to play around with, right? Like you start with 270 mana and a hook costs 110. So you've got like 2, maybe 3 with the region.
See how these lanes end up going as mid a little track against the Nature's Prophet. Obviously, the Urn is first on the docket into the Boot Spirit Vessel. These heroes aren't exactly easy to kill, though, on the side of MOUZ. In any of these lanes, right? Pudge is pretty strong. He can be tanky. DK is going to be semi-tanky. Like, Axe by himself, especially if he's alone. He's got the one-man army. Phoenix, if he gets away and he's able to Icarus dive, like that, it all just lines up to maybe Nature's Prophet having a struggle of a time to kind of get out there and find these kills once he's got this Urn.
Let's see. Like, he is the one that needs to make a difference. If there's like a big trade happening, sometimes it's better that when your team isn't that strong, because the other side can play a bit more actively. And then this Tusk is taking so much damage, by the way, from the Battle Hunger. It's kind of cool from Boom what he's doing. He's not using it on Gyro at all, because Gyro just last hits with Flak or whatever, you know, he's gonna get the last hits. Tusk doesn't necessarily have the same luxury.
Yamich roaming around, see if he gets a hook or anything. Boom, just back here with his cut creep wave. Yamich behind, and Ame not with a lot of health. Actually, doesn't even get the pull here. Creeps under the tower, and this creep wave will move up from the Dire. Should eventually push into them. If you get that creep pull, and they're now top. Looking over his KO, he's staying a little bit low. Again, just waiting for Nature's Prophet once he makes that move and he's got that Urn. Obviously, the last Nature's Prophet we saw had the benefits of having that Urn from 4 bounty runes early, but he does have that Urn flying out now.
Hard to stop him from getting last hits. Oh, they're tipping mid, by the way, with the Pudge.
Yeah, Pudge coming over towards mid. Blood Grenade, nothing to say. He's in some trouble. Yamich holding onto this hook. They're right up on him. They'll hit the hook. They should get first blood, and it will be there for mid one, and nothing to say. Now losing this opportunity to kind of start off hot.
Yeah, well, he still does have his teleportation available if he wants to perhaps join one of the other lanes and not mid immediately. But yeah, like you said, very good rotation by Pudge, and a very simple one. Just top lane, there we go.
See, Icarus dive. Ooh, there's the move. Outfly getting that kill on the Ghost. That dive not doing enough from Kaori to really stop them. Nature's Prophet coming off that death and going to get some Urn charges.
Pick it up.
Drive the tower. Get the gold. What you guys doing? Oh, guys.
Imagine there are bags of gold around you and you ignore them.
Couldn't
Shame.
be me ever.
Shame.
Literally never me.
Me as well, don't worry. I would not miss on that opportunity.
It's gold per hero level, right? So it was what?
Yeah, it's not a lot, of course.
It looks like a satchel full of gold. It's like a really lightly filled bag. Let's be real.
Doesn't matter. It's still gold.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And boom, here, one-man army. He's got this Helm of the Iron Will. He's going into the Helm of the Dominator, of course. Watching nothing to say, sitting in the trees. I think he's waiting for his opportunity to maybe TP again. And go back out into the lane.
I believe he also had no vision on the Pudge, who is level 3 now. He has the smoke as well ready. Perhaps make a play. That's one of the reasons why you can see that nothing to say. He's just playing scared. He's literally playing scared. He's constantly behind the trees. And now that the Pudge is scouted out, now
He
perhaps
feels
he
comfortable.
Exactly. It's hard playing. Like, this hero just mentally breaks you, I swear. It's hard to play versus a good Pudge.
Yeah, certainly one of the better Pudges, if not one of the best on this hero. There was just the game with Shiro. He played safe lane Pudge. They lost, but it existed.
Yeah, it's a different thing, right? Like when a Pudge is played on a core role, he's constantly in vision. He's hold that thought, Ame bot lane.
Yeah, getting chased. Battle hunger on him, but they land the shards and boom. He gets chased, but this is not an easy kill. Sitting on 13
Prophet,
armor.
though.
And now Prophet comes in, but the hook to save, and now this urn charge wasted.
And the TP wasted as well, right? Like the rotation doesn't bring them anything. Nice hook, by the way. It's what wasted the rotation. Nice defensive hook.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It works out. Works out completely.
Oh, mid lane. Invis on nature Prophet. So a possible kill.
You're not getting
Vessel
anything
is
there.
Vessel is, by the way, so good on Prophet this game as well. Like, look at these heroes, man. Like, anyone you toss it on will struggle.
Question is getting to that point and getting that Vessel and getting that quick jump off point to really make things happen at all.
Getting the charges, right? I think it's really straightforward what everyone needs to do regarding items this game. I don't think there's anything like super crazy. My only... Let's hold that thought. Lash is off. Minute 7.
They're going to need help. X-Nova comes in. Scatter Blast tied around. Only level 5 has the Drinking Buddies. The Snowball trying to get onto mid one. Nothing to say is here. They might be able to get the kill. They will. Can they get more than that? They'll trade X-Nova. Kaori's dead. Nothing to say. Picks up the Shrine. And now this time, pick up the gold.
Got it. Yeah, like, they punished MOUZ the same way they punished them in the last game, albeit on minute 14. Now it's on minute 7. Even more important to defend. They defended. Prophet, that's the freest Prophet rotation ever, right? Like, you just go in. Nice save by the Drinking Buddies into the Snowball as well. Saving from the Lash's damage.
Making life easier. Puts Nature's Prophet about middle of the pack. Gyro. This Ame, top of the net worth. It's a 1v1. FY's come back down here, but for the most part, Ame is just free farm.
Still no Helm of Dominator on our boy Axe. Fudge.
With Strat coming over, X-Nova. He's got Snowball. You extend the time needed,
Ravage.
and mid one now coming through, but they've got the Ravage. They'll get the kill. Mid one's dead. Yamage falls. Tusk finally dies. Kaori gets credit for that kill. Money. And now, boom, he comes through, but this is a bad spot to be in. He will die to Ame. And they do end up getting FY, I believe, with the Battle Hunger. And that works out well again for Xtreme. The money bags flow, and they turn into Mr. Krabs. Life is good.
Yeah, they picked it all up. Gobbled up all that gold. Vessel is complete now on Prophet, and a couple of, I would say, unnecessary moves from MOUZ. Like, just very aggressive at this point. They don't have the levels or the advantage to do that, but a very good rotation from Tide. Gotta say, like X.
They want to go for Ame again. Kaori
Oh,
now
Cookie.
hitting level 6. Kaori, forced to Supernova. Ame on the run, taking a lot of damage, hooked back. He's going to die.
Supernova forced on one side, but still a very good kill for MOUZ. Getting off the gyro. They had no cookie, so he wasn't able to just jump over a cliff. Cookie was on cooldown.
Potentially see this OBS.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
But
attack.
not quite cleaning it up. Gyro coming back, and he'll just flat cannon. They've got this Helm of the Dominator, but this Dominated creep stays alive, and they just want to use that, farm up, push out, make Ame's life a little bit more difficult as he sits top of the net worth.
Dire's middle
Stacking
tower
for him
is
as well
under
in the Ancients. So right now, I don't know. I feel like the game is in a pretty comfortable spot for Xtreme and for Axe. Nice Wild Wing. Nice
But
play.
is it enough now? Call down gets used. Wrath of Nature flies in. Snowball is there. Boom is in trouble. And they will get the kill onto the Axe anyway. A good move with the Wild Wing to use that Hurricane. Money, guys, hello. Thank you. Money bags, money bags. Money bags. Like 100-something gold. Always good for the supports.
Not too bad at all. Plus 14.
Dire's bottom
This moment.
is under attack.
Each bag. Yeah.
It gets to like, what, 32? Something like that. Gives a lot. It's like an extra kill worth of gold at some point.
Definitely feels like a lot. These heroes start to, you know, hit higher levels, get that gold, you push these next few items.
They have Ravage, by the way, and they have Kisses on top. BK needs to be a bit careful. Prophet is stepping in.
They're gonna go for Ghost. Mortimer's Kisses, he's got the armlet. The chase is on. Ghost trying to juke away. Oh, the armlet toggling. Still coming back up. They've got the Sprout. Snowball might
What a
fall
god.
short. The shard
What a god.
not even gonna land. Ghost still on the run. Yamage is here, misses the hook, but mid one goes in. XXS throws out the Ravage. He's gonna survive. They'll get the kill. Now Yamage with the Dismember. Ghost, he wants to fly back in, but that might be the wrong decision. They've got the Sprout, but he still has this armlet to toggle.
What a god gamer right there, punishing them for not immediately using the Ravage. Unfortunately for him, his teammates kind of decided that they needed to give them something anyway. So Lesh and Pudge do die in the end. Even though, like, Ghost was out. It wasn't killable there anymore. They just wanted to make a play to turn it. They got punished for it instead.
1K lead, but killing Ghost is a big kill. They'll lose the Snapfire. And it's turning into it again where it's like, as long as Ame doesn't get chased, he is still farming up like that first game.
Absolutely. He may be even faster. He's having, as Gyro does, tend to farm a bit faster than most heroes at this point. He's got D-Lance, Falcon Blade going into Axe next. Just the casual Blades of Attack as well, going to be turned into a crit eventually.
They were talking about the chop shop and what you could do on the A stream, and they were talking about Dragonlance being disassembled into
The BKB, right?
Into the Blade of Alacrity to get the
my bad, my
tags.
bad. You're right.
But he bought another Blade of Alacrity.
I went back to the days of BKB, of Ogre Axe being built with the Lance topping. Good one. Blade Mail though.
Today, mid one ends up dead. XXS, they're here to go get Kaori, and he'll
That's
Supernova, but they've got drinking buddies.
That's a bad deck right there. Good days when Dragonlance was the best item on Nico. Ogre Axe plus 6 Agi as well.
A cheap Agi. The life of a cheap Agi,
Tower has fallen.
not griefer, but emphasizer, I guess, in Meepo.
Radiant are scanning.
Wisdom Shine, 14.
All so far so good for Xtreme. They're up 2,000 net worth. They're going to lose this Tusk eventually. I mean, it is hard for him to get away. It is going to take some time, but they're just waiting for him to come out of the snowball. Looking at him like it's Groundhog's Day, just waiting for him to see a shadow or not. There you
Good
go.
movie, by the way.
Yeah, great movie. Seven.
I love the double blade mail, by the way. The one on Tide just completely destroyed mid one on top. Now they will have it on the Prophet as well. He's not going to find any easy targets to go on this game.
Radiant are scanning.
Even the supports are kind of hard, right? Like getting on top of Tusk because of Snowball. It's a hard insta-kill.
Dire are
Doesn't
scanning.
have ATOS, like that's not the build that he went for. He's going for Blink Kaya instead.
Or are you looking to grab a
Dire's middle tower
Solar
is under
Crest? He's got Pavis already. But things just aren't looking easy overall. Again, it kind of stems back to, well, one, Axe isn't getting involved just yet. He's got this Helm the Dominator. He wants the pipe. They're not going to have like a Blink Initiator from him for a while. They do have a Blink on mid one, But they've been able to handle this Leshrac pretty easily, at least for the moment.
I feel like that might be an issue for them. You know, like not having the normal Blink Blade Mail timer from the Axe. That's like one hero that has a lot of variety in the item build at the moment. We decided to go for the Dominator into the pipe. It's not bad, like there's a lot of magic damage on the other side as well, but... Gyro?
Yeah, this is a bad spot. Ame killed off here by mid one, showing off that Blink Dagger, finding Gyro again, and slowing him down to where Ghost is going to be able to catch up. Icarus dive into a cookie that connects. And again, he's got Supernova if he wants to use it. His Pav is soaking up a lot of damage, but ends up they will get this kill onto the Phoenix, but not worth the fact that they lose Ame.
Absolutely not the best trade that they were looking for, but they will also take down the tier 1 mid.
Tower, but they lose a tower of their own in the bottom lane. XXS, he's also looking for a pipe. He's got this blade mail though, so that makes things a little tough. Then they found themselves again. Ame, is he dead one more time? Yeah, he is. Ame in the same spot pretty much. Without Ame, can you even get this kill on a Ghost? They're going to try. Midwood's ready to blink in. He's ready to go. He'll go to the back lines, but he's actually kind of missing it a little bit. He's off the mark. They pop the blade mail. They'll find this Leshrac. They still have Yamage to hit the hook. The problem is they pick up the shard on this Tidehunter. Ravage comes in, lands on a 4. They get the kill on a mid one. They've got the Mortimer's Kisses. Down goes 2. Nothing to say, cleaning up. Ghost in trouble to snowball the connection. XXS. He finishes off the third hero that will dive for MOUZ. And they turn this around. Mid one blinked in, but just didn't do anything with the damage he was trying to put out.
He blinked in blind, trying to find the snap, and he was almost on point. If he eliminates snap, they can take a fight after, but because of the good positioning of FY, that fight is a disaster. Because of that, and I have to say also because of the offlane difference. There is a slight offlane impact difference between the Tide and the Axe right now. And the amount of work that Tide can do with the Ravage, with his shard, with his itemization, and his itemization is basically just a blade mail up to this point. Still does more than a Helm of Dom Axe, at this point at least.
And this is Snapfire, who avoids mid one completely, right? Baits him in, and mid one never really wants to commit. So now FY is able to sit back and throw out these Mortimer's Kisses and do so much damage.
Ravage is beautiful as well.
The shard for Tide is also really important there. First of the old growth. Blink Dragon Tail, nothing to say. Goes in too far. Gets baited by Axe being so low, but the counterplay from MOUZ is perfect.
Hook, connect.
Hook hits, FY caught. Drinking Buddies, Snowball, pulls into Snapfire, kind of just extending the inevitable and then putting himself in harm's way. So now 3 kills here for the side of MOUZ.
What changed from this fight to the last one is the blink on Dragon, right? Like this time around, he can initiate properly on who he wants to initiate on, and that's the profit. He was a bit too deep. Like the blade mail is great, but it's not going to save you from the Dragonite damage. Nice hook as well, of course, by Yamage, making 1 kill. Triple.
Back and forth we continue to go. Not a 50-50 game.
Radiant are scanning.
You've got MOUZ with the net worth lead. You've got Ghost at the top of the net worth over this Gyro. Ame just dying back-to-back in that top lane. Really slowed down his game.
He was on top of the net worth charts for the longest time. I mean, Dragonite was keeping up, but Gyro had the easiest lane ever. And he was farming the ancient stacks as well. Absolutely did slow him down. There's a blink on Pudge, so they gotta initiate fast. What they do? Profit to the back.
Going to the back line now, looking for mid one. He's low. Spirit Vessel, Wrath of Nature. Ooh. Gold? Anybody? Guys? Oh, they landed in a smiley face. Aw. Look at that. A ghost. Come on, dude. That was so cute. Do they always land in a smiley face?
I don't think so. At least I didn't notice up to this point.
That would be some wild Easter egg here from Val. Tormentor going to be taken and...
What if they dropped in a form of a number? Maybe a number 3.
Ooh. That would be cool. If they dropped into different shapes every time.
I would actually just like number 3 to be dropped every time. It's number 3. Boom. Oh. Unfortunate from XXS, but boom. Quick fingers. The Prophet now.
Maybe not quick enough. Boom, backing up. Icarus dive. TP to Icarus dive and go back.
This was kind of interesting because Prophet TP'd in, but what happened is Yamich was in a good position, but the creeps were blocking his side, so he couldn't hook the Prophet. If he hooks the Prophet, I think under the tower, maybe they could even kill him away from the teammates, but they wanted to disengage anyway. A very cool game so far, like super back and forth. Only 1k lead. It's like dead even. What do you think, like, what is the biggest item that's coming right now? They have a BKB DK. It has to be it, right? And the double damage.
Well, that would be an item that has already came, right? The BKB on Gyro is going to be really important. I think both BKBs for their carries are really... It's gonna with BKBs being on both carries is gonna be about positioning, but now they've got an amplified damage on Ghost.
And he's leading the charge.
Could be tough. Xnova tanking this gank, which I think Ame can be kind of grateful for, considering.
I'd go.
Man, XXS called, Blade Mail popped, Sunray on him. He doesn't want to Ravage.
I think he needs to run. He's got Blink soon. Oh, Blink.
Yeah, there's the Blink away.
Snap.
FY on the run. He's going to be caught. Dragon Tail as well as the hook. Culling Blade coming in from Boom. One of the first that we've seen in the game to kill somebody, and that's going to be 2 heroes dead on the side of Xtreme.
They do save. Tidehunter Gyro did not die as well. Those were the big 2 targets they were aiming for. If they got the core kills, maybe they could even go into the pit. But this way, with the Dragon Form running out, there's probably no such opportunity for MOUZ.
Phoenix picks up that 4-staff. We've got the Mjolnir now on Nature's Prophet, which is going to allow him to kind of... I mean, he's top of the network, but he's going to be able to scale a lot quicker, start to get these carry items, and help kind of alleviate the pressure on this gyrocopter to get it going.
It's just so much impact from him. Even that last kill on the Lash Lifter, he basically soloed Lash. He TPs in from behind, uses the shards. Shards giving so much vision, the damage as well. And this hero is... I mean, it's just a Prophet mid. It's a little bit too crazy how much impact he can have.
How much he can scale too, especially given the open space. There's like 2 points of scaling. There's the Mjolnir pickup, and then when you get level 25 and have that teleportation removed, you start to really farm so much of the map that you start pushing the envelope. Blink call, drinking buddies. Supernova in the backlines. They go to the dismember. Yamich is going to get the control. They go to the snowball. They've got the damage onto this Pudge. They get the kill there onto 1, but Ami doesn't have a lot of health. They will get this kill onto the Gyro. They'll take out Xnova. 2 heroes gone, but they'll pop the Ravage. They go to the Murderers. Kisses. Ghost falls. Both carries dead. Blink call. They've got the control. The Culling Blade on a nothing to say. And these heroes on the side of Xtreme need to bail. Cookie, the damage. Maybe they kill off mid one. They lose FY, and mid one's able to survive. There's not much XXS can do. And with the battle hunger and the damage, they should kill everybody off on Xtreme. It's a full team wipe for MOUZ.
I think this fight is like a perfect example of why they like their damn Pudge so much. It's not even about the hooks at times, it's about the Dismember versus BKB, right? Like, you can always use it versus a BKB target. And Gyrocopter, sure, you have a BKB, but you can't fight. Like, he disables you for way too long. It wasn't even like a bad setup after Ame got caught. The drinking buddies were all right, pulling him backwards a bit, not really on the high ground, but the snowball save as well. They managed to kill the Pudge, but it took them way too much time, way too long.
Well, reason he's not able to do that too, right, is like that Supernova's in the backline, so you can't really commit to jumping further into the fight. So, you know, a lot of people, when you're watching, kind of expect Phoenix to be in the middle of the fight or in a spot just off the fight to be a good egg, but that's a perfect egg on the back that doesn't allow you to move forward on this fight and save these heroes.
There's like a misconception about Snap being end-all be-all counter to Phoenix. Like, in some circumstances, if you just jump in on top of her, sure, it is. Like, little shredder and your egg is gone. But in this game, like, Snap needs to use the kisses. Like, you need the damage to kill the dragon egg. And if you're in and killing the egg, you're probably dying afterwards, so... They're kinda late to contest this. They don't have Ravage.
I don't really think we can go in. You'll try to mortar his kiss and goes. He wants to move forward.
Now.
Yeah. That ended up being the Aegis, and this is kind of where the game turned around in game number 2, right? They got the Aegis on the side of MOUZ, and then they completely took over the map. Something that we might be able to see again from them. Butterfly Satanic next on the list for Ame, XXS. He's going for this pipe. Feels like he's been building this pipe for a while.
His item progression is not the fastest, like he's the lowest net worth core right now. I almost feel like they need a refresher on the Tide to win these fights. Like, blowing up the Dragonite in one go feels possible, but very difficult.
Definitely.
So many BKB piercing disables as well from MOUZ. You've got the pole, you've got the dismember, on top of that you have egg as it explodes, of course.
Top tower is under attack.
Mid one looking for this Hex. He's not terribly far away from it either. Ghost also wants this Axe, and he's about to pick it up. He'll have that. He'll have the Aegis. They can push the tier 2 over mid. This is why this hero is just not giving up that much anymore. DK is very strong. But still Nature's Prophet top of the net worth. And that is what allows this game to always feel possible for Xtreme. Only a 4K net worth lead, too. Snap, Solar Crest, wanting that Blink Dagger, and I think that that's maybe going to be a change in the way that they play, right? You get this Blink Dagger, you try to blink in and just blow up that egg.
It allows you a different style, for sure. It allows you a different approach to the fights, but you kind of need it already if you want to make anything like that happen.
Going in. Well, they have Aegis is an interesting play. They'll move forward. They've got him with the anchor, and they will get this kill. Well done to Ravage. They've got that ready to go. Can they pull this off? Blink into the call. Ame caught. Sunray's on him. He's in trouble. He gets up on the high ground. He is really needing to back up. They Supernova with the shard. The Sunray was there. That was healing up these heroes on the side of MOUZ. And the Ravage with the blink. It lands on the 2. They go for Boom. They get that kill out of the Axe. They'll look for another one. But that's Yamich able to TP away. The homing missile lands on a Kaori. He'll end up dead.
Croker did attempt that last hit. By the way, I just wanna... I see you, Croker. I saw that. He did attempt it. The mini Ravage was used. A good defense, right? Like, they managed to kill off the Dragonite without utilizing anything. Like, they killed him just with a couple of very cheap spells. So they were able to fight afterwards. And also keep in mind that his form was running out. With MOUZ, you still have to respect the high ground defense versus any team.
Right.
Versus any sort of lineup, I mean, when it comes to heroes. When you look at Xtreme Gaming, they've got what it takes to defend. It's very annoying to disengage when dead in the water is on top of you, and some ice shards as well. It's hard to get away. When you commit, you're fully committed.
There's going to come a point where I think that this gyro might end up too big. You're able to blow him up in some sequences right now, but Ame will eventually have this butterfly and this satanic,
Top lane?
and things will be more difficult as
BKB is used.
BKB getting used there.
That's a beautiful dragon, by the way.
Nothing to say. Yeah, it's pretty cool. That Ags upgraded black dragon.
He's got, yeah. He's purple though, not really a black dragon, but
Yeah. I was just meant the literal ability, but yeah,
I
it is
know,
very
I
purple.
know.
Here comes the inner anxiety panic as you corrected me. I went, I did mean just the ability. Uh-oh.
I know.
Yeah.
Phoenix has purple wings as well. They're very
Yeah, the
purple
edges
in
on these
this.
wings, I like them.
Yeah. Not sure what set this is.
It is the Star Sage.
Dire's
Cool.
bottom tower
Looks
has
nice.
fallen.
Yeah. Tower taken by the Radiant while they get the Tormentor. Yamage gets that shard to upgrade that hook. Gem for Snapfire. Gonna be dangerous having this unless they've got Tide holding it, but he doesn't have a slot really for it.
So he bought it, right? Like, because he had 600 gold before, he still has it. The last time I checked 2 minutes ago. So.
Tide going for the Shiva's Guard and has picked up some gold after that last fight, not dying.
Is under attack.
Fiori breaks the smoke.
And they smoke the Icarus dive away. And Battle Hunger on the XXS. He'll become quite slow.
Very, very much so. Dead in the Water was not used, or was it on the Phoenix? I feel like it wasn't, right? So he was able to just instantly
Get
dive
out.
out. Yeah.
This Hex might be a surprise here if they can hide it in smoke. Maybe make a move to get these heroes. Meanwhile, I'm going to say he's level 21. I'm always kind of on that, at this point of the game, on that level 25 check on Nature's Prophet. Because that's a big timing for Xtreme. Almost if you're MOUZ, you got to feel the need to put the pressure on and beat out that level.
And he gets it so quickly, usually, right? Because you can always play away from your teammates. You can snatch shrines. Like, this hero gets 25 faster than most heroes do. I think it is important. What I think is the most important item of this game right now, something that you mentioned, of course, just a moment ago, is the Hex on Lash. Like, sure, they're all tanky on the other side, but if you can jump them with that Hex, you might be able to even blow up the gyro if X Nova isn't on point. And so far, X Nova has been fast, but at times it was a bit slower than needed. Let's put it that way.
Paused here for a moment. But seemed like we got the G's to go.
The triple G's from
Yeah, all from MOUZ. There it is.
Yeah.
They did all go through the Twin Gate. Went towards top. You have a Nature's Prophet just TPing it around. He's got the Satanic, so the timing here is going to be just about double Satanic. I'm also looking for Silver Edge. Maybe thinking invisibility, invincibility. Jaro just about closing on a level 20. He'll grab that. And wants, obviously, the extra 3 flat cannon attacks. Is there a pressure timer on MOUZ right now? Like, is it as high pressure as I think it is to get this game kind of really in your favor?
I think they scale nicely as well, but I would feel slight pressure for sure on Mouse to get the ball
Amplify
rolling.
damage again.
Unless this time.
Yep. Smoke used. Ame in the trees. Got Blink,
did
Dragon
BKB.
Tail. Ame, no BKB. They ravage, they hook. Now the BKB from Ame, he has to get away from the dismember possibilities from Yamich. They go to the blink and the call. They've got him in trouble. The drinking buddy's not going to be enough. The Sunrays on the two of them. They get the kill on X Nova there too. FY also fell. Nothing to say. In the middle of all these heroes trying to survive, trying to put the damage out, but he won't be able to do so. And it's 4 heroes dead on the side of Xtreme. They bought back on Yamich, but the fight goes the way of MOUZ by far.
Just layers on layers of BKB piercing abilities. They had to kill the Pudge off just because of that, but because of killing the Pudge, you get hit by the egg afterwards. And overall, that fight was lost at the beginning. Like, that fight was lost the moment they initiated on Gyro. He's the only one left on the low ground. Like, one hero that needs to be like the last one joining the fight, more or less, right? Like, at least he needs to pop the BKB to join it, but he gets caught immediately. Good lead by Ghost and Pudge.
The thing is, Ame was sitting by those trees on purpose to kind of...
It looked that way, yeah. I'm not sure if it was the right idea, though. It definitely didn't work out very well for them.
So at least one set of racks. Roche is available now in 5 seconds. And they defend against this potential Roche take from the side of MOUZ. They got to push out here very quickly. And they'll take away this ward. They'll try to clean up these siege creeps, but they need to get out there towards Roche. They will have Nature's Prophet in 5. Nobody actually going for Roche just yet. And the gem, there is a gem now in the hands of both the Phoenix and the Snapfire.
Crucial to set up good vision around the pit at this point. It's all about the initiation, who gets going on first. Especially now when you have the Ravage Shivas and Tidehunter, you can blow them up. I feel like the way they itemize, though, on Xtreme, between the Prophet and the Gyro, like right now, 0 crits. So the damage output is there, but it's not as crazy as it sometimes can be.
Right.
And you're playing into like a DK, into Axe, you know, like these heroes have
Are they
quite a
committing on
lot of
giving
meat
up
to
this
go
road?
through, right?
No, now they hear the roar. They start to go back that way. They group up. Nature's Prophet going to TP over mid, throw some treants down, maybe push out in this lane. So they'll send the treants actually to get some vision. It's just Ghost inside the pit. Shivas is used, and they see nobody in there. Hard to really make a play at DK going for Roche, knowing that Axe can just blink call. Hobbs has some vision. Ame just outside the vision. Now in it. Sunray. Blink call. Catches. Nothing to say. He is in trouble. Mortimer's kisses. They go to the dismember. They're trying to get the kill, but the snowball is there for the save. Nothing to say. Backing up a little bit with the BKB. They've got Ghost up in the air, but he pops the Satanic. He's going to heal up. The Culling Blade kills off X Nova. The Supernova goes off. The Ravage are going to be following it up, and they go to the backlines. They found nothing to say. They got the kill onto this Nature's Prophet. Down goes Boom, but can they get the kill on a Ghost? BKB pop by Ame. Mid one's got a BKB of his own. Is ignoring Ghost for the moment, but they go to the Drinking Buddies as well as the Snowball to get across the Roche pit. The hook back from Yamich. The dismember. They've got the control, but do they have the damage? They don't. They get the kill onto the Pudge. He bought back in the last fight, so he's going to be dead for 17 with no buyback. None of these heroes on the side of MOUZ have buyback. The look in is mid one's back with the buyback himself. XXS low, Snowball, Walrus Punch once again. Ghost low, Cookie there. They get the kill on both of them, and dead for 2 minutes is this Lashrak. They'll get the Aegis now. They'll get both gems, and it's a full team wipe for Xtreme Gaming.
What an absolute beautiful team fight, by the way, from both of these teams. Like, MOUZ baiting them onto the high ground, like utilizing the egg, the call, the Sunray from the high ground with the shard of the Phoenix. Like, everything looked nice. Like, you have this dragon form in the back, but this man on the bottom lane right now, not this one on the screen, he was a god as well, but Tidehunter, like, what a read. What a crazy read to wait for the proper Ravage. Like, he didn't pop it immediately on Ghost knowing that he has BKB. He doesn't pop it here versus all the BKBs as well. He waits.
Right.
He goes back even, so he has that blink. And look at this now. After the egg is gone, after they all retreat onto the high ground, that's when he strikes. Like, this is just like textbook masterclass of a Tidehunter play. Beautiful.
Great moves there from Tusk as well. Overall, X-Nova, this move really solid. The hook hits, and it actually ends up being worse for them.
No, like moving the gyro back into the pit, kind of losing that vision on top of him after Pudge dies is not optimal for sure. This buyback as well from mid one, realizing that this fight makes it or breaks it for them. Unfortunately, it is a dieback, so even worse now for MOUZ. And we talked about those items that they needed for damage, so that they can win fights a little bit easier, even without these insane plays from the Tidehunter. They're getting them now. Like Silver Edge almost completed on Gyrocopter. Prophet going for Skadi next, so even more tank.
And now you've got the refresher for the double Ravage. You have the mana for it, though. You got Soul Ring,
He's
so
got Soul
you
Ring.
can sustain.
The Healing Lotus as well is more than good enough.
900 health and mana.
He's almost level 25, by the way, on the Tidehunter. After a couple of peeps, he should get it.
Higher level than the Nature's Prophet. And his Gyro, just over the Gyro.
I mean, he completed, when you think about the way fights went, he's usually the last man standing and the one cleaning up for his team. In previous fights, not in the last one.
Right.
So he's been getting the majority of the damage and the XP.
I assume it's just simply plus 0.8 seconds on Ravage.
I think so too, yeah. Especially with the
Although he
refresher
has
now.
taken all the Anchor Smash talents except for the one that affects buildings. But he doesn't, it's got to be the Ravage one. There's no way you'd go to anything else with what he's got built.
Just buy Hyperstone and go with the other one. Let's go.
Yeah.
Meme it up. Zhuzh it up a little bit.
Hell yeah, we're using that word again. Zhuzhing it all up. Oh boy. Morris Punch there allows them to get that kill on a Kaori, even with the Icarus dive to move away from the fight.
Even with the Icarus dive, and if you noticed, he was a bit more golden than usual. That's because of the BKB. So he uses the BKB as well. Not an item that not an item that you see all too often on Phoenix. You buy it sometimes when you think that there is no way for you to use Sunray properly and then use the egg as well, because someone is going to jump you, someone is going to silence you. In this case, it is the Ravage only that you have to worry about.
Maybe looking at the high ground now. Just black-handed it up. Ghost can stand there, but he's not going to be able to defend just yet. Phoenix has life in 18 seconds. This tier 3 is definitely going down. Boom looking for his opportunity to blink call, but 50 seconds left of this Aegis. They might be able to play it right. Hook lands. They may not even wait for it. They might just go for it. They've got the Ravage coming in. Another Ravage flies out, and that locks up Ghost, but they just don't have the damage. The follow-up wasn't there initially. They go to the Supernova. That's Snowball really now. He's hacked. He's caught. He's killed. He's gone. But do they have enough for a second go? They'll look to set up the call. That's what they've got. BKB popped here by Ame. The hook into the dismember. The control is there, and Ame's dead again. Oh, Boom bought back. Perfect play from MOUZ. They're holding the high ground. Nothing to say. Caught with the call, and the telephone is ringing. It's for the lives of all the heroes on Xtreme. It's going to be a full team wipe at the end of the day. They hit this Hex. They've got the damage. The Parrot Cloak actually doing a lot. They're going to buy back on the Snapfire call. Connecting. Snapfire buying back. And that's, I guess, just to protect mid, as they'll get the Ultra kill on Ghost and take out the Tide, completing the team wipe.
They used the double Ravage, but I feel like they were better off when they had only one, because they jumped the gun. They went here for like this, how to put it, like one-shot go in which you blow everything up in a second, and it just doesn't work versus these guys. They have a lot of saves, they have a lot of BKBs, the Aeon Disc as well on Pudge, giving him enough time to move back, get those additional hooks, and of course the hooks are what set it all up. I know they're tipping Ghost, but they should be tipping Damage because he made everything work in that last time.
Boom with a couple of very important link calls, and they're just going for the end. They want to push the tier 4s. They want to force these buybacks. They get the one from the Nature's Prophet, who's still just level 24. Never got to that point where he had that 25 no TP cooldown. Now they've got the glyph.
The glyph used. The dragon does not care though. Swift Blink.
Mortimer's Kisses. And a hook thrown out. Not going to connect. They'll start to back away, but do they have the damage? Can they go for this blink call again? Boom! Oh, might have just won it for him with a call like that. Forcing him onto the snowball. They need these Satanics, but the Culling Blade is there. Here comes the boom. Hitting him with the Culling Blade, killing off Nothing to Say. He's gone for 2 minutes, and they force the buyback from Ame.
Straight onto the throne. The dieback on the Prophet. The call was amazing.
Ghost, the break
Tide is here, though.
there. The Ravage. Oh, stops Boom this time. They go to the cookie follow-up, but they just don't have the damage to kill off Ghost. Oh, that's going to be a 3-man stun. That's the end of this one. Everybody dead on the side of Xtreme. XXS just waiting for his moment to join them 6 feet under. And it's a 2-1 reverse sweep here from MOUZ completed.
What a beautiful I mean, what a beautiful game. Honestly, what a beautiful game of Dota from start to finish. Like, the laning stage was cool. We had a lot of Prophets rotations, a lot of cool plays. Then the rush fight that turns it completely.